Okay. Are you opening the call or me?
You can go ahead. It started.
Okay. Welcome, everybody, to Team Freedom. We are so happy you're here on our Zoom call this evening. We're going to talk to you about how to go silver and how to go gold. So this is a very exciting call this month in particular because corporate threw out a special on August 1st that is, I think, incredible. And so for the first time last month, they offered a double rank bonus. So instead of receiving $100 for ranking up to a silver ambassador, they doubled that up to $200. And we had no idea that come August 1st, they were going to throw that out again. So 2 months in a row, we get to take advantage of a double rank bonus. And they sweeten the deal by adding on a double rank gold bonus and a re-rank bonus. So this call to me is very important tonight because we want to do our best to equip you and to help explain what that actually means, especially if you are a new ambassador or if you have joined us as a wholesale ambassador and you want to know how to get your products paid for. So we are so excited to share with you tonight. My name is Tammy Bertrand. I'm a Senior Ruby Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, and I started my journey 3 years ago, and I was right where you are at. So if you are not even a Silver Ambassador, if you are brand new and you're striving to rank up this month as a Silver Ambassador, let me see your hand. Do you mind? I'm putting you on the spot. Let me see who I'm talking to. Anyone who's trying to go silver this month? Okay, awesome. So happy you're here. So I was in your shoes. I was exactly where you were at. I was so excited to get my products, to start my health journey. Miss Dana Whitfield, who is also my cousin, had for 3 months been pulling my leg, pulling my teeth, pulling my arm, pulling my hair, and saying, you need to do this with me. And I said, no, I'm not. You're crazy. And so finally, I decided to jump in and do it. Well, the very first thing that she told me was, you want to rank up as a silver ambassador because guess what? You get a $100 bonus when you do that. I'm like, okay, yeah, who doesn't want a $100 bonus? So I said, what do I have to do? And she said, you have to tell 3 people. Tell 3 people about Plexus, what Plexus does, what it has done for her. Because you see, I was a brand new ambassador. I didn't have a testimony yet. But I decided to take her advice and tell people anyways. Go ahead and share anyways while I was getting my testimony. So I want to start right there. Go ahead and share while you're getting your testimony and say, hey, mom, dad, sister, brother, best friend, why don't you come and get healthy with me? And that's just how simple it is. And you want to do that for 3 people. So right now, stop and think. Do you have 3 people in your life that you feel like could use our products, could use extra income? I'm sure you are starting to think already who those 3 people might be. So grab paper, grab pen, and start writing down names while they start coming to you. Another little tip, never assume that so-and-so would not be interested. If they come to your mind, write them down. Anyways, so that's where we're going to start. I actually talked my sister into being my first ambassador. And, you know, we went through life together. We're 18 months apart. And I said, don't you want to just do this with me? And of course she said yes. And so she became my very first ambassador. Her son, which is my nephew, was my second ambassador. And all I needed was 1 more. And I remember asking and telling other family members, and of course, you know, I didn't get a right away answer of a yes or no with family, but I moved on to one of my best friends, and she is still an ambassador on my team today. And I said, you need to do this with me. I said, it's so exciting. You're going to lose weight. You're going to have energy. And I want to do this with my family and friends. So right there, I had my 3rd ambassador, and I went silver. And the other thing I was going to say, family and friends is a great place to start. But if you have really skeptical family and friends, don't worry about it. Move on to a coworker, move on to a neighbor. Stop and think about, somebody you go to church with, just anyone that you think could use the products from a health standpoint, or use, extra income. And I know for me, that's almost everybody I know, right? I mean, you guys kind of feel the same way? Everyone you know can use Plexus products, even if they don't realize it yet. They can use Plexus products and the extra income that you can have through Plexus. So don't be afraid to share outside of Facebook, when a lot of times we get focused as a new ambassador because you're told to post and post right away on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, but don't limit yourself. Talk about it wherever you're at. Get your pink drink, shake it up in front of somebody at work, on break, lunch, whatever, and let them say, what are you doing? And what a simple way for you just to walk right through that door and say, oh, well, let me tell you what I'm doing, and share Plexus. So what you want to do is to make sure you're an official ambassador. It's not just get 3 people, but this is the criteria you have to have when you get those 3 people. They're going to join with a welcome pack. So that is $34.95, joining for 1 year, purchasing their welcome pack. That is below wholesale price. It comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee. So don't forget to remind them that it's risk-free. So why not try this with you? And so that's one way you can get one of your 3 people. The other way you can get it is they come in and they purchase the website, so $34.95 for the replicated website, or instead of buying a welcome pack, they choose to go in and buy product that gets you over 100 PB, puts them over 100 PB. So basically, you can have one or the other, or you can have 3 of each, or a combination of the both. All right. So I'm going to say that one more time so you to make sure you understand. You want to have 3 people, and out of those 3 people, they can either join with a welcome pack, without a welcome pack, or you can have a combination of the both. You can have somebody, one person that does this, one person that does this, and or 2 that do this and 1 that do that. Okay, moving on. So this month, instead of a $100 bonus, they get $200. $150 is paid out the first month, and you get $50 out of that $200 the following month if you maintained your silver points, having 3 people on board that qualified. So that's it. That's it, guys. Pretty simple. If you are here and you are not wanting to work the business, you just want to get your products paid for, there you go. That's how you do it as well. And you might have people that don't want to join the business but might want to become a customer, and that's fine too, because you're going to make money off of them. That's going to help put towards your getting your products paid for. But to be a silver ambassador, go get 3 people. That's it.
Thank you, Tammy. So go get
You're welcome.
3. Go get 3. Who thinks they can get 3? Who has gotten 3? If you're a silver ambassador, raise your hand. Okay. So you can get 3. Absolutely. Thank you, Tammy. Okay, let's see if this will pop back over to me. I'm not sure it will. My computer screen is going absolutely crazy. So I just see Tammy on my screen right now. So I'll just switch it back. Okay, I am going to talk about the elusive gold. Gold, it took me longer to go gold than any other rank. Gold is basically building your business from scratch, because it's pretty easy to get 3. Like Tammy talked about, she was able to convince, and it's okay to convince because we know the products work and it's a wonderful business opportunity. So it's okay to do a little convincing to our friends and family to join us. So my first 3 was my daughter's fiance, my best friend Kim, who's not on here right now, and a girl from work. So usually your first 3 are going to be people that you know pretty well. Now, the jump from silver to gold, how many is trying to go gold? Anybody? So I know who I'm talking to. I know a lot of y'all are really, really close. Really, I'm going to look at my second screen. Raise your hand again. So I'm looking at my second screen. How many? There's a good amount. Okay. Y'all are putting the pressure on me. Put the pressure on me to give you some good information. So as you know, gold, and I've got my notes, I'm going to be looking down at them. Gold is 100 points. And you may say, 100 points? Oh my Lord. But usually as a pretty new ambassador, those 100 points are going to come from your levels 1 to 3, because everybody in your levels 1 to 3 is worth 5 points. So if you do the math, that's about 20 ambassadors. Now, I will tell you, when I went gold, I think I had somewhere around 27 or 28 ambassadors. And the reason why is because you're going to have some fall off. It's going to take longer, unless you're a complete rock star and you can go gold in a month. It's going to take longer. It took me 4.5, almost 5 months to go gold. So on the journey to gold, so a few people quit, which is going to happen. Don't worry about that. So it takes usually more than 20 ambassadors to go gold. So where are you going to get those 20? Let's talk about a few practical steps. Practical steps to gold, if you're taking notes, is number one, every single person that you sign, or anybody that your level 1 sign, because remember, to go gold, you have to be silver first. So if I'm talking to you and we're talking gold, you've got 3 people on your team. You need to make sure that you train those 3 when they sign up someone to sign them with a welcome pack, which is like, I mean, there's no other way to sign. Of course, you would not sign without a welcome pack because it's your very best deal in price and you get so much information. You get that success kit. But also, they need to sign with a convenience order. Why is that important? Because the very first thing you're going to tell them as a brand new ambassador, and this has to be duplicated, is you need to be a product of the product. And that's going to take longer than a month. Hands down, longer than a month. Y'all, I'm so convinced that our products will work for the masses that I literally tell someone that tells me that they're thinking about trying for 30 days. I'll say, and I say it, I said it last week to somebody. I said, really, if I'm going to be really honest with you, I don't want you wasting your money on 30 days because it's probably not going to work. You may feel a little energy, but if you're wanting to lose 50, 60 pounds, or you've got this life crisis of fibromyalgia or migraines or anything, high blood pressure, cholesterol, put anything in that blank, it's probably going to take longer than 30 days. Although for some it doesn't, but most it does. So that's practical steps to gold, is tell people that you sign, this is why you need your CEO on. And when you sign somebody, they need their CEO on. A simple way to grow your points fast is to have everybody to have their CO on. Because let me tell you, if they sign without one, there's an 80% chance that next month they won't order. 80%, y'all. That's huge. That's huge. They probably won't order. Only 20% will. So let's have that conversation up front. Let's have it up front. It's so exciting when a new ambassador signs, but we need to up front be having this conversation. You really need to have your CO on because it's going to make sure you get products next month and you're consistent and you'll have results and you get your 60-day money-back guarantee anyway. So it's a win-win for everybody. Because the number one thing, and when you're talking to people, you don't want to give them too much information. The number one thing you want to tell them is you need to be a product of the product. Fall in love with the product. When I meet people and go over a whole bunch of information with them, I come back at the end and say, look, I know I gave you a lot of information, but the main thing I want is for you to love the products and be a product of the product. So you've got to be consistent, drink your water, take your products. Okay, now we're going to get into step 1 for being a gold ambassador. All that stuff was for free. Step 1 for being a gold ambassador is belief. Commit. Are you all in? Do you believe in the industry of network marketing? You know, so many people are so skeptical, and I feel so sorry for them, really. I feel so sorry for them because they're just missing out on something that could be a huge blessing for them and their family just because they're skeptical. But we live in a huge, a lot of people. Humanity is skeptical of more than just network marketing. They're skeptical of a lot of things. So that's okay. We're breaking down barriers and showing people that this is a real business and it's a viable industry. So that's the first thing you have to have is just straight up belief. And most of the people I'm looking at have that. Because guess what? Your team will follow your lead. If you're super excited as a silver ambassador working toward gold, and every call you're excited, you're exuberant, you're believing in it, you're telling them to get books to read on network marketing. There's so many good ones out there. The one we're reading on our 90-day challenge is called Get Over Your Damn Self. It is fantastic. If you're not reading a book and don't know where to start and you want to learn more about belief, This is a really good book to read. So that was step 1, belief. Step 2, know your team / grow your team. It is so important to know your team members. If you're working toward gold, okay, my organization looks a lot different than your organization if you're working toward gold. There's no possible way that I could know everybody in my organization because it's that big. So I work a lot with my levels and 1s and 2s and some 3s. But if you're working toward gold, you're somewhere between silver and gold, you should know everybody on your team and who they are, even if you didn't sign them personally. So know who they are, give them small amounts of information at a time. When I first started this business, I would send people paragraphs of information, books of information. That's a real big no-no unless there's somebody that's a green personality and they're asking a lot of questions. If they're asking a lot of questions and they're asking for a lot of information, that's a different story. But most people, it's just important that you give them little nuggets at a time. Do not overwhelm them with too much in the beginning. So you're signing people, you're trying to get from silver to gold, give them small pieces of information. The first thing you need to do is add them to the team page and tell them how important it is that they stay engaged, know what's going on, and you show them how to post. That's the 2 most important things you can do to grow your team. Because in the beginning, when somebody first joins, their warm market is so warm, they really don't have to worry about cold messaging in the beginning. Their warm market's warm. If they're posting good and posting authentically and posting their journey, people are going to come to them. And I'm hearing that happening all the time. So please, on your quest for gold, teach your teammates how to post. You can go on Team Freedom and do a search and search Posting 101 and tons. Tell your people that. When you sign a new person, say for right now, get a couple things right, post and stay engaged on the team page, take your products. Talk to them often about their products. Okay. And that was know your team, grow your team. Step 3, and this is so good, y'all. People work harder for praises than raises. So if you're a silver ambassador, you're a leader. Congratulations. You're not allowed to quit because you have people that signed up underneath you. And you need to look for opportunities to build your team members up with excitement and self-esteem. I'm going to call out some people that I see that do a good job with this. Ashley Brock does a great job with this. Last night, her and her level 1 did a Facebook live that I was just strolling through Facebook and caught. Y'all, these girls had so much excitement for their team, exuding excitement, exuding and self-esteem. And Ashley was lifting up Mallory. I don't know if Mallory is on here, but it's her level 1. And just saying how good Mallory was. And that's important, y'all. That's so important. So if you're silver and you sign 3, let them know how great they are and how wonderful they are, and just plug in with them and do lives with them and go coffee with them, go lunch with them, find out who they are, build them up. Shout outs. That's so important. I know we're trying to get away from a lot of team pages, so most of us have group chats. Shout on those group chats. When somebody's over 500 or signed into ambassador, and I think we do a great job at this as a team. Use Team Freedom. Use it to shout out. If you've got an ambassador that's doing a great job, shout out to them and let them, and just shout it out on Team Freedom. I don't mind a ton of shout outs on the page. I think it's fantastic. It just creates a culture of excitement and positivity. You can also private message them. Anytime someone goes silver, and I've did a really bad job the past 2 months because we've had so many go silver, but I try to send them a quick voicemail. So make sure you're sending voicemails to your downline. Just congratulations. I saw that you had 500 PV, way to go, or you went silver. How amazing. Look for ways to connect and opportunities to connect with. I know back in the day when I was silver working toward gold, I was big on handwritten notes, handwritten thank you notes and cards, and always remember to give a gift. When your level 1 promotes, give them a gift. It's so important to let them know how much you appreciate them. So if somebody on your downline has gone silver, drop them something in the mail. I know girls like jewelry, bracelets. It doesn't have to be much, whatever you want to do. And if you sign, let me just add this. If you signed a level 1 that's not working the business, but there's people underneath them that are promoting, you need to take care of them. Take care of them in gifts. It means a lot, y'all, because they're working hard. They're working hard, and they need to know how much we appreciate them. So that was step 3. Step 4, set goals and help your team members set goals. So you'll only know that if you're talking to them and doing that one-on-one relationship. At the beginning of the month, always reach out to your team members, see where they are, see what their goals are, and see how you can help them, and ask that question. You know, it's not hard. Ask them, hey, what can I do this month to help you achieve your goals? I'm here. Let me be a tool. Can we do some 3-ways? Can we meet your team and go to coffee? You know, let's call our upline, pull them in on a meeting. Utilize the Zoom call, y'all. This right here, it was free for me, this Zoom call thing, until I had to upgrade to more time. But in the beginning, everybody that's silver working toward gold should have a Zoom account. If you don't have a Zoom account, make it and then use it. It's free, y'all. It's free. And it's a great way to see everybody. Be able to talk to them, pour in them, ask them questions. If you don't know what to say, just say, let's get on a Zoom and just talk about your business. See what's going on. See what good things are happening. See how we can troubleshoot. Goals, when you're talking to now we're talking about headed toward gold. So you're headed toward gold. You have a team. Things you need to do with them. You need to give them that extra push to hit that 500 PV, because that's a goal we should all have monthly. And the next one y'all should know, go silver every month. Every month. The successful ambassadors try really hard to go silver. If you don't hit that silver every month, it's okay, but we're trying really hard. You're planting those seeds. Maybe one month you only sign up 1, and the next month might be 5. So you want to stay pretty consistent and teach your people to do that over and over and over. And also, to go gold, also you need to teach your team to follow up with their customers and have great customer service and check in with those customers often. When I say often, in the beginning, you need to be checking in with them on like day 3 to make sure they're not having detox. If they have detox, explain to them what it is and work through that. And after that, once a week. Step 5, reach down deep. Because headed toward gold, you can still do this. Because between silver and gold, it's going to be about 3 people to about 25 or 30 that you have on your team. You should know everybody on your team and who they are. Unless you have a rock star on your team that signs people pretty early, going to gold, you're going to be doing most of the heavy lifting. What that means is you're probably going to be signing the majority of people yourself, unless you sign a rock star pretty early on, and that happens a lot, and they're signing a lot of people. So then you need to have the conversation with that rock star. You know, are you following up? Are you doing this? Are you doing Zooms? Because if they're not, then you need to be doing it. And also, when you get into your level 2s and 3s, I would still contact them, voicemail, and introduce yourself to them. Make sure they're getting added on the team page. Send them a friend request, and welcome them to the team. Okay, step 6. Promote, promote, promote. Make sure you're going from silver to gold, everyone on your team that will get on the team calls. And you know, I know y'all probably have this question. What if and you're saying date that, what if I'm signing up a lot of people on my quest to gold and they're almost all wholesale ambassadors? Anybody have that happen? A lot of wholesale ambassadors who are people that basically just sign up as an ambassador to get the discount, and they're basically just a customer. That's all they are. It's still important to add them to the team page. Just ask them. You know, I know you're not wanting to promote. I know you're not wanting to sell, but can I add you to the team page just so you can have a place to ask questions? Because they may see something that sparks interest in actually working the business. So go ahead and add those wholesale ambassadors to the team page. Go ahead and put those wholesale ambassadors in a group chat. You should have 2 chat groups if you're working toward gold. One chat group should be with your business builders, and one chat group should be with your wholesale ambassadors. And on that thread, you can give information about detox. You can give information about Slim. You can even have a contest with your wholesale ambassadors just to get them excited. You can give away a 3-day sample. I mean, $12 investing into your team. And step 7 is activity. Your team is going to duplicate what you do. So if you're on a Zoom call, they're going to be on a Zoom call. If you go to an event, they're going to go to an event. If you're excited, they're going to be excited. You walk the walk, they'll watch you, and then they'll duplicate. You know, it's super important. You know, I wouldn't even have to post as much as I do because I'm a chronic over poster anyway. And some people have said, Dathan, why do you still post every day about Plexus? Everybody and their brother knows you do Plexus. Give it a rest. Well, basically at this point, I'm an example to my team. How can I tell my team the best way to get started in the business is to make good posts if I don't do good posts? So that's why you need to. What you do, your team is going to duplicate. Keep growing your level 1s. Working toward gold, you need to be the strongest person on your team. If you've not signed that rock star yet, you be that rock star. Celebrate every victory. When I was working toward gold, I remember, and I should put it out so y'all can see it. I had a graphic. When I had 10 people on my team, I did a graphic. I had a balloon in my hand. I had my pink drink. Dathan's team has 10 people. Celebrate every victory. When you got 20 people, I remember I had a big graphic. When I was at 40 people, I thought I was, you know, I was hot stuff with my 40 people, and I put out a graphic, and probably all those people were not even active. But I've got 40 people on my team doing a drawing, a giveaway. Don't prejudge anyone. You know, how many times have I signed someone and I've said, oh, they're going to be a rock star. They're going to be amazing. I've signed them, y'all, and they didn't do anything at all, nothing. And then the same goes to say, I've signed people before, and I'm like, I don't know about this. And then I felt bad because they absolutely took off and did fantastic. Never prejudge anyone. Get to know every single person you sign. From silver to gold, you should know every single person and be in activity with them, know them. This is relationship marketing. Relationship marketing. And with that said, you can't want it bad enough for them. They have to want it. So I'm sure on your quest from silver to gold, you've signed someone and they've done nothing. They've just sat on the opportunity. You know, you can try to drag them along, but they'll be energy vampires and they'll suck the life out of you. Some people just don't get it. They just don't want it. Find somebody on your team that wants it. If it's one person, lock arms with them and pour 95% of yourself into that one person. You know, from silver to gold. I had signed, which turned out to be 3 of my runners, but at that time they were not. I mean, I had to force Tammy to join, and it took me 3 months for her to join, and she helped me go gold, but then she did nothing for 3 months. She sat on it and didn't do anything. And then my daughter-in-law, Chelsea, was kind of the same way. I had to force her to join, and she did nothing for a minute, and then she got excited. So that's okay. On your quest of silver to gold, you're going to probably doing most of the heavy lifting. So don't give up, keep posting, keep being persistent, keep being determined. Y'all, this opportunity is absolutely unbelievable. And I really, truly feel sorry for people that don't give it a chance and don't give it their best shot, because it's so many things wrapped into one. It's not only super fulfilling to work at something and succeed, it's super fulfilling to know you've done the work and you did it, but it's also so gratifying to work with other people and to pour into other people and do the journey together and kind of lock arms. So don't give up. It may take you 6 months to go gold. It may take you a year to go gold. However long it takes, just if you'll be committed to the process, it will happen. And once you go gold, things kind of take off because you've got a foundation. From silver to gold, you're working, you're building that foundation. It's not very big, it's not very stable. But once you hit gold, you know, some exciting things happen. And I'm looking at some people that are gold and that are senior gold, and their businesses are just taking off. We all started out as just an ambassador. That's it, with the dream. And we just signed 3. We all started there. That's where I started a little over 3 years ago. I started with 3, and then I listened to every YouTube video, and going gold, y'all, I posted 17. So that's enough to keep y'all busy. You know, don't have to reinvent the wheel. Listen to top diamonds. They know what they're talking about. Be coachable and just be persistent, and you can do it. Thank you so much for joining us on this Team Zoom tonight. I did record it, so it will be available later on tonight, and you can share it with your team. I'm so excited to see who's going to go gold this month and get that double bonus. What a great, great, great month. Don't give up. Keep working, keep pushing, keep talking to people. You can do it. You know, if you sign 3, help those 3 sign 3, and help them sign 3. And that's going to be your quickest way to gold. You can do it. Y'all have a great night. Okay, I've stopped the recording if anybody has any questions. I forgot to ask, but I went ahead and stopped.